I don't want to chop your fingers off. Not
They
really.
grow back.
Hurt making that molding at all?
I'm trying to be gentle. You come along chopping at it.
I haven't hit it yet. Right, you go back to being gentle for a second if you want to see something. There's one right there, eh? And then there's that platinum. Can't leave it alone, Doug.
No, I know what you mean.
Look, it's coming up right there. See that?
See that? Jeez.
It's coming.
Aha. She should go down. Oh, there's another one right there. Yeah, that's just another one of these Jerry cuts.
Jerry Walton web snappers.
Well, we didn't even ruin it.
No. Cool. Right in the center, a bolt.
Yep.
So we got
in the center ever, where you cannot get at it from the side of the car.
So what's going on, baby? Man, when we started stripping the molding off, or I just wanted to clean below here, we had a couple of quarter panels in there. They're, I don't know, sitting in the woods there. I found them, to be honest with you. And to put the quarter panels on and have the molding on, and when I can do what Doug just did.
You stamp that.
Yeah.
On
It's probably better if I, see?
Ouch.
Huh?
Ouch.
That's called body work, you know. That's body work. It's just that it got moisture underneath of it, obviously.
Yeah.
And so by the looks of things, we're going to be making quarter panels soon for a 56 Plymouth from nothing. And we're going to do that hopefully quite quickly.
So you think that's fill and not fiberglass?
It's both.
Fill, all right.
It's both.
Yeah.
It's just the
It
truth.
absorbs moisture and
just-
it gets under there and you're screwed.
We had to make it look good, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I know. Yeah.
and you don't know unless you do this kind of work, like, to be honest with you. Just, well,
Do it. You're the only person I've ever seen do it. Yeah.
but anyways, what's going on is it's just got a piece down in there. Just John, we were going to do down here. I can see bubbles up here, so the exact same thing's going on there. It's all kind of wee wonky here. That's why I had to have that filler in it. It looks actually really good for the thickness of the filler. It looked good. They did a pretty good job. Just that it got rusty underneath. So what we'll do is we'll make a quarter panel up about here somewhere and try to get rid of all this. And then we'll make it out of a piece of paper. We'll lay the paper on it. We'll just trace what it looks like, how long it is. We'll make it fit tight. Come down here tight. Put the little inch on it. We'll trace the shape of the wheel opening out. We'll trace where the line goes. We'll lay the paper on with magnets, and then we'll take that piece of paper, lay it on a full sheet of metal, and we just make that panel. There's nothing to it other than there's a little roll here. There's more of a roll here. There's a bend here for the rocker. We do not make the lip right on the quarter panel. What I generally do is cut the quarter panel out of a sheet of metal, and then I'll apply the lip after. Like I'll cut that out of a piece of metal, that shape, and I apply the wheel lip after. That way there, I can do it a little bit faster. If I was going to beat that edge all over, I'd probably end up making a mess and spending a long time. Just probably end up making a mess out of it more than anything. And this, when I make this shape, when I put it onto the metal, it tells me what shape the quarter panel should be. It's kind of a 2-in-1, to be honest with you, when I make that shape. But that's what we'll do. We'll get it stripped down. We'll cut them off wherever. We'll make the quarter panel first and see where it goes from there. I do not want to, I don't want to customize it right now, and the reason being, once I get into cutting all the glass and cutting everything, and it's quite a bit of money we spent on this car, I'm not interested in messing it up that way. The quarter panels would have to be fixed before I customized it anyways. I don't know if there's anybody out there willing to tackle what's going on there and willing to pay what we paid. I'm not sure. But in order to sell it or customize it, the quarter panels have to be fixed or should be fixed. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fix the quarter panels. And I'm going to fix the quarter panels. Hopefully we can get up there where the metal's looking real good, but there's no bubbles or anything. Because it's got quite a bit of moisture in it. So we got 2 to do. It's a big job right at the present moment, taking out the interior. Like there's nuts in it. There might be a few of Doug's. Hey Doug, are these nuts?
I'm totally nuts in here.
I know he's had to come back.
That corner over there, this one's the exact same over here.
Oh yeah, you want to point that out, do you?
Yeah. Well, I want to point it out to you and say, hey, guess what?
Look right down there. We have a mount that we have to connect. You see that right down there where the bowl hole is.
Times 2.
Times 2, he says.
Times 2.
So, in all honesty, we're just going to do a little bit of work to it and put some pieces on it and go from there. Anybody sees this car as we're working on it, if you think you would be interested in buying this car, yeah, you can contact the page, I guess. If you want to buy this car, I'm not going to do anything that's not going to hurt any. I'm not cutting the roof off or anything, but I am going to put a set of quarter panels on it. It is a pretty good looking car, but there's work that has to be done. Oh, you got a piece of wood in there. There's work. Yeah, there's work that has to be done. So happy about the doors. Come take a look at this. Don't have to. You don't want to, but. The shape of the thickness of the doors will tell you if the door's been fixed. So I'm seeing like a little bit of filler there maybe, and I would say the bottom of the door is perfect. It's not been fixed. It's good lips on it. I'm not sure. I think it's had rockers put on it. Rockers are pretty simple. The fenders are a bit bubbly there, so you know what's going on there. It's got one of those patches in it that got moisture in it. You're gonna really flick up here on the headlight, with the fillers coming off. We have a spot down here that's already been fixed down there. And when we bought the car, I was going to customize it, and when I got looking at it and thinking about the work has to be done first, before I customize it, I should fix all the stuff I have to fix. I'll customize it and then I'll just leave it. And we'll see what goes on. So I'm basically just going to fix the rust on it. So that'd be the other door on the other side. Take a look at that. Brad gave us printer quite a long time ago. Brad gave us printer a new set of those taillights. So we'll end up replacing those taillights. These ones are kind of pitty. Replace them. One thing I will say, it's got a good set of doors on it. Nathan got it working really good the other day. He fixed the exhaust on it and went over all the brakes on it. Got the transmission and everything rocking and rolling again for the push button. That works good now. Got the 15-inch rims back on it. And the hubcaps. What else? Did not put it's got a 2 4-barrel intake for the engine in it. That would be cool to have on there. It really would. Just not sure what I want to do with it yet. It's got a good trunk lid on it. If you want to come from that side, or other side you want to shut the light up, you can see it's got a nice lip going across the back. So that seems like it would be a nice thing. Lots of tire in the trunk, and I'm saying like some of it's factory. Like you can see like this sort of stuff. You can see that like that's probably factory stuff when it shows that nice green paint underneath. But some of the trunk on the floor is not.
Can you start it?
Can I start it? Sure I can start it. Can I start this thing, Doug, if you don't mind?
Sure can, buddy.
Oh, now we're going on selling mode.
Huh? Let's sell it. Everything's for sale.
That's not true, Dick.
Come on.
No, that's not true. I do like, it's got the original breather and stuff on it. From what I understand, that's a poly engine, 318 poly or 313 or 273 poly, not the shortest. I've got the dual 2.4 barrel intake. We look underneath there. This underneath the hood, I'd call it pretty good actually. I mean, it's fair. I mean, it's not, it doesn't look like it's rotten through anywheres. The paint is all peeling off. Yes, it is, but it's showing you its true colors. The underneath the hood is, you know, fair. I don't think it would take too much to clean it up. Underneath the hood, if you want to come to this side, here, so I didn't check. Up underneath the hood, you can tell it's good. You know what I mean? Got a little bit of rust going on there, but that's normal.
She's rustic.
Yeah, she's rustic.
She's rustic. Right.
Hood hinges aren't the greatest, so they got a little piece of wood going there.
I've been using one of those
But
for 13 years.
It has brakes. It has all its gears. Works good on that part. The interior, we might play with that. The door cards have to be dealt with. They're kind of horrific, really. But the seats, Jolene was, can they be dyed? That seat can be dyed a black, looks like a black suede, and then you'd have the black leather, and we could put a little black on that. Yeah, we could really bring that alive. The door cards need to be worked over, I would say, but the headliner's pretty good. You know, right there. There's always one spot, is there not? Yeah. But the headliners, you know, I don't know. You could put that white stuff on they show on TV with this peel and stick, and it looks like it's recovered. You ever see that?
Yeah.
Like they don't show the after effect long enough to say whether you like it or not. You know what I mean? It's like, well, there it is. That's beautiful. It's shooting off to the next
There
one,
for
right?
30 seconds. That's all it needs. Yeah.
But yeah, so kind of just peeling the door cards off right now so we can get this quarter panel fixed. We'll be doing videos on the quarter panels so I can take a break from working on this bad boy this whole time. Jolene usually brings us out cookies at 10 because that's what kind of lady she is. She's awesome. Got the other side of the back bumper clicked together. I pieced it right there. Generally, I didn't want to piece it, but I didn't want to cut up a full sheet of metal just for that. I did not want to do it. Nope, not doing it. I cut a piece down there, I had it. I cut it off the bottom of that. So that's looking pretty good. They're looking, you know what I mean? You want to sort of get both sides looking the same. I seem to be happy with what it looks like. You know, it's not perfect by no means. As I cut the wheel wells out on the truck, we had the side with them. That would look good with a nice sign in there with someone's name there. Pretty cool. Sand it off. If I was that kind of guy, I would probably do that, but I'm busy. So that's what's going on today. I'm just kind of tinkering along here and get that on. Keep on rolling then. Yeah, so just kind of, I'm playing with that. Doug's playing with that. Might even move a few cars today, or we might continue on something else on this later on today, or maybe whatever, I'm not sure. But anyways, there you go. That's what we're doing right at the present moment. Wasn't expecting to make that video. We were just doing a pretty cool thing. Jolene picked up and said, don't you touch anymore. So we ended up just picking that off and just going through it. But yeah, thanks for coming back. I'm your man, Dad Chad. Queen Jolene's on the camera. Like, share, comment, come on back, and see you tomorrow.